Hello there my fellow whole table heroes and welcome to another Galactic challenge video. Hopefully your weekend started really well, mine has, but anyway, we have a new challenge to get rid of today and it's a fleet one, and for the most part fleet challenges are kind of straightforward, aside if we have the evasion feat, which luckily today we don't. So as always I'll cover the modifiers and the feats and then show you the battles. There'll be YouTube chapters below if you want to skip ahead, but the good news is, for the most part, you should be able to autoplay this one in one or at worst two battles, I think, with whatever you've got. So let's look at the fleet. So we are facing Executrix, but luckily no Scythe on their side, and as you will also see in the battle, looks like their abilities aren't maxed out, especially like burning from TIE Bomber doesn't stick on rebel enemies, so that's good for us, I guess. We don't have to worry about that if you are using a rebel fleet. In terms of feats, we have to win with 5 resistance ships, win after attacking out of turn 10 or more times, and then as well win without losing a unit. Potentially winning without losing unit is going to be the most challenging part today because of the modifiers, not attacking out of turn. So let's go ahead and check out the modifiers and you will see what I mean when I say that. Alright, some of the modifiers for Hoth. We have a two stage one. First one is Asteroid Belt. At the end of every turn, all units are inflicted with damage over time until defeated, which can't be resisted, can be cleansed though. And that's what I'm saying, like, win without actually losing a unit is the challenging part today because of the damage over time. So if you don't have ways to cleanse them or just quickly do lots of burst damage to get the enemies down, eventually you might lose somebody. And then also the second part, also in one way makes it trickier to win without surviving, but it makes attacking out of turn that easy, because at the start of each support's turn inflict a target lock on a random enemy, and then whenever a target locked enemy is attacked, there is a 50% chance to call an ally to assist. So if you get a really bad RNG on the enemy side that they're constantly assisting because it's a 50% chance, maybe one of your tanks from all the damage, including damage over times, could get taken down. But at least because of this, for the most part, we do not have to worry about completing attacks out of a turn feat, because we will be getting some assists as well from our end. A little bit, in the tricky bit is that while TIE Advanced is alive on the enemy side, target locks don't expire, so your entire team will get target locked. And then furthermore, something to point out with the shuttle: if a target locked enemy hits it, shuttle will dispel all debuffs on itself. So you might want to stay off hitting shuttle if you're playing manually, if you can, if you are target locked, because you don't want shuttle cleansing the debuffs, especially damage over time from itself. So just something I wanted to highlight. And then the actual modifiers for the player and the enemy. So for resistance, we get some extra buffs and things like that, but nothing too crazy there. And same thing for the Empire fleet. Not really all that much, nothing to say here in terms of the modifiers. It really is the Hoth modifier that's, you know, today having a big effect on the battle, both on the positive and the negative side. Alright, let's start the battle. So we'll first kick off with the resistance fleet with Raddus. So you can just I had a play around with different lineups, but this is the one that for me, I just on full auto got all the feats done in a single battle. So attacking out of turn, obviously resistance, and as well everybody survived. Again, there could be a bit of an RNG that potentially a Star Fortress could not survive, but with this fleet I didn't have that issue because we do have a lot of damage. As you can see, we got Star Fortress even counter-attacking right anytime it's hit, and then we also get those all those assists. There we go, boom, boom, assists, nice. So assist for the most part will take care of itself. You just have to make sure you have everyone surviving, and as well, you know, have 5 resistance ships. TIE Bomber down, as you can see, TIE Advance down. Okay, there you go. As you can see, shuttle there, cleanse the debuffs because it got hit by an enemy with target locks. And we go, come up as reinforcing, and we just blitz down shuttle. And this now for me completed all the feats in a single battle on full auto. So let's hop over now to my other account, where my fleets are not that great. It's a smaller account, especially as you can see, resistance level 1, gear 1, and, you know, very low gear on the pilots and everything. So what obviously you can probably use something like Executor, I don't know, maybe Profundity, Leviathan, right? But one of those GL ships. But I just wanted to see, you know, kind of like, can we do something with a little bit less GL-ish? So Malevolence usually is kind of a Swiss Army knife when it comes to fleet challenges, just because of the vulture droids that we keep summoning. This time was a little bit more challenging than usual, just because of damage over times and the assists. So I will reinforce Houndstooth, but then the other 5 are, so I have Hyena Bomber, Houndstooth, and then the 5 resistance ships. Now this one I did have to play manually, because an auto damage over times eventually do get through to you, unfortunately. Alright, there we go, they get a jump start. Okay, I lost a ship already. That's fine, I guess. We'll summon a vulture droid in a moment now. Let's go ahead. Cleanse of Hyena Bomber. Nice. Summon the vulture droid. Sure, just do the spinning trick, I guess. Let's go ahead and get some buzzies on the field. TIE Bomber dodged. Alright, fine. Not the ideal start, but we'll just keep going. Let's get buzzies now on him. There we go. All good. What I've got. Right, interesting. They bought TIE Reaper this time as the first reinforcement. Okay. I'm gonna now go ahead and reinforce Houndstooth, because Hyena Bomber won't last very long anymore with all those damage over times. Let's just go ahead and maybe finish off TIE Advance if we can. Not quite. There we go. It's all down to you, Houndstooth, buddy. You've got this. There you go. TIE Advance is down. Gonna smack an AoE now. TIE Bomber is down. What have we got for the next reinforcement? TIE Fighter, okay. Let's try not to hit TIE Fighter while it has foresight. I didn't want to hit their TIE Shuttle because I had target lock on Vulture Droid. Because also I didn't want Shuttle cleansing those debuffs. But anyway, let's go ahead. Cleanse off Houndstooth here. Get rid of the target lock. They hit me with an AoE, that's fine, we can take it. Alright, no target lock. Head over to Shuttle now, as soon as you don't have target lock, but unfortunately target lock spreads very quickly because of the modifiers. So let's go ahead and get those buzzies on the TIE Fighter, and we can go ahead and bring our next reinforcement. I don't know, let's bring in Comeuppance, I guess? Maybe, I don't know. Okay, I did a whole bunch of nothing. Oh, they got TIE Defender. Okay, let's hope it doesn't dodge too much. Okay, there we go. TIE Fighter down. Here comes the ultimate. Luckily, the ultimate from Executrix is rather underwhelming. Houndstooth can eat it up, no problem, most likely. We go, almost there. Sure, let's get buzzies over there. TIE Shuttle dying from damage over times, and I think we should be good here. Let's go ahead, cleanse of Houndstooth. We just need TIE Defender to take a turn, and it'll die from damage over time. So you can see a bit of a close call with Malevolence, but I was able to pull off. So definitely, you know, use one of the GL ships if you can, especially like Leviathan with, you know, TIE Defender cleansing your safe ships and stuff. I think would be definitely achievable. So with resistant feat done in this account, I still had to do all surviving and attacks out of turn. Again, use Profundity if you do have, but here I just want to see, can a home one fleet pull it off? As mentioned before, you think you might not be able to do because of burning, but luckily the enemy's abilities aren't maxed out as mentioned before, so that burning won't stick. So we will be able to, you know, keep doing what rebels do, which is assist. Now I'm just gonna go ahead in this one and hit full auto, because yeah, we've got here the passive cleansing from Falcon whenever one of our allies gets 3 or more debuffs, and then obviously Falcon cleanses itself as well on its spinning trick ability. Anyway, let's go ahead. We have to go. I'm gonna be stuck for a while now behind TIE Bomber because of TIE Bomber taunts whenever there's a target lock on the field, and because of TIE Advanced, target lock never expires. Nearly lost their Y-Wing. They got a good RNG with the assists and stuff. So again, as mentioned before, surviving one sometimes can be a bit tricky, but remember, I am playing this on full auto, not on manual. Also, not a choice of reinforcements I would bring. I would maybe bring Implode to cleanse, but okay, I guess. Phantom will do. Unfortunately, there, Shuttle cleansing the debuffs. They bring in TIE Reaper again. Okay, so looks like TIE Reaper's got a high priority for reinforcement today's challenge. We're gonna go ahead and bring the other Phoenix crew. Just, yeah, I guess work down Pulps, I guess. He's almost down. Come on. Almost there. There we go. Only TIE Reaper to go. But they are reinforcing and again bringing TIE Fighter. So let me know, guys, do you have the same reinforcements as I do? Because sometimes AI is a bit funny with what it brings, but in both battles it was the same reinforcement order: TIE Reaper, TIE Fighter, then TIE Defender. Yep, so it looks like the same. Okay, cool. Come on, guys, let's wrap this up. They're gonna hit the ult probably, but as you've seen in the previous battle, the ultimate from Executrix is probably the worst ultimate of everybody. Yeah, doesn't do a whole lot to be honest, right? Anyway, got through it, and this now in my account as well. Secured the 2 remaining feats, which was attacking out of turn 10 or more times, and everybody's surviving. So that's all for this video, guys. Like, I didn't want to put, like, you know, make a 1-hour video long with putting out all the GL fleets in there, because if these kind of basic fleets can do it, I'm sure GL fleets can as well. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one, but until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.